We all want to feel flexible and to be able to move with ease. And the first idea to create flexibility is to stretch. And in addition, you might want to strengthen a muscle to actually help that muscle release. But is this really the most effective way to create flexibility? Don't get me wrong, this can definitely be beneficial, but what if we're looking at this from the wrong angle? Muscles expand and contract, but so does another system in our body. The fascia system connects all systems, cells, structures, and fibers in the body together. It literally moves how we move and how we position our body throughout the day. It literally innervates all cells and fibers. It's intertwined within a bicep, within a hamstring, within a glute, within your low back, literally everywhere. So if we're in poor posture all day and then we're sitting at a computer and then we decide to perform an activity, a sport, or go to the gym, but we haven't corrected our posture or we don't have a good understanding of our posture, we're starting to build and strengthen ourselves further out of alignment. So for a lot of the time, when we're stretching, it can actually cause more harm than good because we're strengthening a knot. Think of it like this. I was prepared. If we have a knot in our muscle or in our connective tissue that innervates the muscle, and let's call this the muscle or the hamstring, and then we're trying to stretch that muscle or the hamstring by doing that typical forward bend, we can be making an issue worse. So you're probably wondering, well, how do I release this if I can't stretch or strengthening, and that can actually make it worse? Well, that's where it comes down to a fascia decompression technique. And that's what we teach, that's what we preach. And I wanna show you something that you can use literally today at home to help decompress your connective tissue. What we need to focus on is not just that area where the knot is, it can also be caused elsewhere. So if we are out of alignment all day, adhesions develop throughout the entire body. So if you have a tight hamstring, maybe the primary cause of that can be located in the lower leg, the calf area, or maybe for some of us in the psoas. We're all unique on how our tissue grips and holds. So that's why you need to find where your restrictions are and then release them. So that's what I'm gonna show you right now. First thing we need to do is find our fascia decompression tool. If you have a block with block therapy, I highly recommend this. It's a lot more dense, but if you don't, you can use a rolled up towel, but roll it nice and tight to create that density, and it works very well. What we're gonna do is start off with the forward bend. Let's come into this position and let's start just with one leg because doing both can get a little confusing for the mind. Let's just isolate one side to start. So if I am focusing on my right leg, all I want you to do is come into this upright position, and again, don't jump into it because I want you to find within your body where you're feeling that very first area of restriction or pain or tension, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do is pull the toes up towards me just like this, and then nice and slow, reach forward. So for me, I'm not even feeling it in the hamstring. I'm actually feeling it way more in the calf. If I were to relax the foot a little bit more, then I would feel it actually still in the calf. So this is an indicator I do need to start off with the calf area. Now we're going to grab the rolled up towel and let's position it there. And this is a bit of a double whammy because now I'm targeting the calf and the hamstring at the same time, but I know I will for sure feel this more in the calf. So this is approximately where I was feeling it a lot. So I'm gonna slowly start settling and sinking into this. Now, this is important because we're not gonna stay here for 30 seconds or for a minute. We wanna spend a minimum of 3 minutes here while connecting to that proper diaphragmatic breath. So as you inhale, the belly should be expanding, the ribcage should be expanding. As you exhale, make the belly nice and small. So now that we're here, and maybe you've settled in and the sensation's starting to subside a little bit, very slowly start to search for a new area of sensation or pain. It's okay to find pain, like you're in control. If it's too painful, ease off, reconnect at a less intensity. But once you find that area where like, okay, this hurts so good, that good kind of pain, stay there and connect to the breath. And then once you spend about 3 minutes here, we're gonna exhale up and off, and we're gonna revisit this. And already I'm feeling a massive release in here. It's pretty incredible how fast the connective tissue can release. But now let's say you're feeling it a little bit in the glute, or maybe you are feeling it in the hamstring. Let's get into those areas. So let's position the towel where you feel it. If you have something more dense like the block, obviously that will be a lot more beneficial here, but then you can bend the opposite leg to its side, and now we're in more of that hurdler stretch, and we can start searching from here. So now you can integrate a little bit of a stretch as we are releasing the connective tissue at the same time. So the whole point here is for you to find within yourself where you need to release your connective tissue that has been compressed and bunched over time. You gotta think of it like this. When we fall out of alignment, our connective tissue wants to grip and hold onto anything in the way, including bone, to prevent us from falling further out of alignment. So our connective tissue is actually trying to protect us, but through that protecting process, it's gripping. And now those grips are adhesions. And then that can cause immobility, block blood and oxygen flow to cells and to fibers. So we need to ultimately release that and reintegrate this in and retrain how the fascia should be operating correctly. Have fun with this. This is a very powerful tool that you can use. Again, there's only 2 rules. As long as you're breathing, you're feeding, healing, releasing the connective tissue, and spend a minimum of 3 minutes. Once you've done this on the right leg, try this on the left. Get creative. Make sure that your breath is your guide, because you don't want to be in too much pain. Always be connected to your breath. Be connected to your body. This is really going to help you out. If you're feeling other areas or restrictions that I haven't addressed in this video, let me know in the comments below. I can help create a video specifically for you to help release different areas of the body. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if this is helping you out. And if you have any recommendations for future videos, this is a ton of fun. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.